Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Frank Cludesay Trading, approximately 8:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. Um, this is a free webinar for all members. The webinar will be uploaded to the Cludesay Trading YouTube channel that I highly suggest that you guys advertise to every one of your friends and colleagues who have any idea about what's going on with the markets or have any interest in investing or trading. Tonight, we're going to go over what's going on, and most importantly, what we have predicted and what has happened. It's really as simple as that. So on that note, just a quick roll call. We have Al Gale. Al, are you in?
I'm here.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Full disclosure, this is purely for financial education, which is trading education, and not for any solicitation or advice. You manage your own trades. I give you my suggestions and my precision alerts, and that's where we come. That's where we start, and that's where we end. That's how it happens. All right, let's move on. So first of all, what you're seeing behind you is the actual picture of the markets, and I have nothing to say other than to say that every single thing that I've talked about in my webinars in the past few weeks, in the past 3 weeks, let's say, for example, have come true. And I'm not here to barrage anyone with what they're doing and why they're not making some incredible profits and things like that. I'm only here to help. Cludesay Trading is in the business of making traders independent. In other words, they manage their own trades. We're in the business of making people money, and that money has to be done by their own selves in a simple fashion. They have to trade on the alerts. They have to look at the charts while they're doing it, and they have to be happy. One of the biggest things that I learned on Wall Street way back in my days, and I'm an old guy, okay? I'm 70 years old. Okay, I'm just kidding. Give or take like 20 years, I'm pretty up there, okay? My energy is a 20-year-old for a simple reason. I'm glad that I'm alive. And I'm glad that I'm a religious person. And I thank God for everything that happens. On that note, let's move on. Every single day that you wake up and you feel like crap because you haven't made money and you missed out on trades, there's always another day that you can take advantage of that you can actually make money. Markets are volatile, and volatility means fear. I don't blame anybody for getting scared because the markets, you wake up one morning, you're long on a trade, and the next thing you wake up, the futures are down like 10 points, 20 points. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because if you are tracking the charts, you know what the lows are. You know what my alerts are going to go at. Or if you don't even know, just follow my real-time Twitter feed. That's the best thing about Cludesay Trading, that despite all kinds of markets, bull markets, bear markets, neutral markets, confusing markets, scary markets, Cludesay Trading is always there to tell you where the buy points are, what the sell points are. Couple of things that I mentioned, I thought about this weekend. We had a busy weekend. It's a family weekend. Had issues to deal with the pets. We have 5 rescued pets. You know, my wife's not feeling too well. Nothing major, but all kinds of stuff. So I didn't get a chance to do an advanced coaching session. But one thing that I do want to say, that through this massive rally, Not just what happened on Friday, right here. That's worth 100 to 300% on options. Not to mention multiple stocks, selective stocks, mind you, that have made us money right, left, and center. Let's pick one right away. Can anyone guess what one of the biggest winners was in the last week? It starts with a W. Can anyone tell me?
When?
Thank you. Win was 410% from the point that I brought it out. Okay? I said it is going to go to 180. It went to 190 plus. So this brings me to my next point, and that is that I can only deliver. I cannot control what you guys do on your own trades. Win was a $2 option that went to 14. That's 600% plus. Win Resorts. I don't care what Steve Wynn does, whether he breaks a Picasso, whether he sleeps with like different women. So did Trump. What does it matter? Donald is doing a great job. I'm a New Yorker. I know. Yes, he's got. Every man has its faults, and so does Donald Trump. So what? What is he doing for the country? That's what it's all about. Now, politically, you can go and fight him and say, he's a scumbag and this and that. So was Bill Clinton. But Bill Clinton also was one of the best presidents we had ever had. And I'm a Republican. Why? The markets went berserk. He did great for the U.S. economy. And he slept with a lot of women. Okay, so did Donald Trump. Now, if Donald Trump's wife, Melania, leaves him, maybe we'll have a little shock to the market. We'll buy it. Infidelity is not one of my traits. I've been married 20 years. Okay, my 20th anniversary was on Feb 20th. And happily married. And I'm into crisis management. Did I ever get beaten up? Many times. Did my wife ever leave me? No. Because we marry for life. We're not into cheating. And we're not into all kinds of garbage stuff. But presidents and powerful leaders are. So was Kennedy. Does it matter? No. So all this garbage that you hear on the news about what's his name, Stormy Daniels and whatever, means nothing to the markets. President Trump is doing an amazing job for the economy. He's playing a game with tariffs, and I can see the game inside out. He's got countries buckling down and saying, okay, we'll strike a deal. Many of you are always relying on the headlines and not following the charts. And I feel sorry for you guys. Because the fact remains, the only thing that will tell you the truth about the markets are my tactical charts. Looking at a naked chart without structures is stupid. And what I'm doing in front of you right now is drawing a couple of lines. Every single one of these lines means money. Okay? Things don't just happen on random events. Things happen because the algorithmic high frequency trading programs and the smart money, there is smart money still out there, buy because they know what they're doing. Well, guess what? In my limited brain cells that I've left, I have tried to guide you guys into the smart way of looking at the markets so many times. I know sometimes I'm a little bit rough. Sometimes I berate people and I tell them like they should do this and they should do that. They shouldn't be sheep. I have nothing to feel bad about. I'm doing that because I'm trying to help you guys. You have to be the lion. The lion doesn't mean that you have to just buy the crap out of the market every time it falls back. But you have to rely on on Clueless Day Trading tactical charts. Period. Because if you guys are not doing that, you guys are doing nothing. And I'm producing charts on a systematic, consistent basis every single day, every single week, every single month. So this brings me to a point which I found to be very humorous and kind of it's not kind of, it's part of my modeling for my uh, charting and my trading model, which has been hugely successful. I don't need to name names because I will do that in a few minutes. So many winners, it's not even funny. Since the past week, guys, and people who know me well, golf knows me well, okay? And there are other people too. I might be a tough guy when it comes to the trading business, but I'm always there to help. Soft guys like the Democrats and the liberals, they're not in the business of helping people. I don't care what your political affiliations are, okay? Tough guys help people. So they're tough. They say the truth, not the fake stuff to make you happy. So in the past week or 10 days, there has been almost nobody in the chat room. And that's fine with me because I'm delivering my goods on the real-time Twitter feed because that's what the content is, right? Yes, it is. And it amazes me. We have had humongous days, including Friday, which I called to the teeth. I didn't know the markets were going to go up that much. Nobody does. But I did say that every single one of these candles would get up there. And look at these lines. They were not drawn after the fact. They were drawn before they happened. You're talking about 600-700% on the S&P SPY calls, SPX and SPY calls. And this is where we are right now, bolting up almost 10 S&P points, heading towards where we should be going to. And people, tactical traders who are long my 2800 calls or 2780 or whatever I put out there are going to be receiving another massive gift right here where the breakdown happened at around 2825. And this is where we are. That's another 25 points. That's another 150 Dow points we're talking about. My charts don't lie. My structures don't lie. Markets lie. Markets are scumbags. They're here to take your money and steal it away. To all of you, I only say one thing. I was sorely sad and disappointed for so many people because I know how traders feel and think. I know when they're happy, when they're sad. And the fact is that so many of you missed out on such a humongous rally from the 2646 level to almost 2800 right now that I predicted in so many of my webinars and multiple real-time charts. Do the math. 2650 to 2800 is 150 S&P points multiplied by 7, which is the conversion number, is 1050 points. 1050 Dow Jones points. And on stocks, those are humongous numbers. We're going to talk about stocks in a minute. Priceline up 200 plus points from what I called it. So I don't know what you guys are doing, okay? I'm not here to berate you. I'm your friend. But I thought about this weekend, and I said, you know what? All of you, not all of you, a lot of you who are not participating in this rally, despite all my precision guidance, not because of my feelings, because of my charts, remind me of my clients on Wall Street back in 2009. On 2009, one of my biggest clients sold Apple at $80. $80. He said, that's it, I can't take it anymore. He had more than 2,000 shares of Apple. Do the math. 2,000 shares of Apple, okay? And he sold it at $80. It's $1.6 million worth of Apple. Where do you think he would be right now with Apple at 180? 3 times, not 3 times, like twice his money. He'd be up at $3.3 million. So many of you remind me of that unfortunate situation all the time. Clueless Trading is not in the business of recurring monthly revenues. My biggest money comes from my own trading book. I have debts to pay. I have a family to take care of. I have huge donations to give to the biggest charities that I give, that are veterans of our wars, because that's my biggest pet peeve. Okay? Our military veterans, our police force, the people who are out there on the streets in foreign countries defending us for what we do. I believe in what the Trump administration is doing. Am I in love with Donald Trump? No, I think he's a scumbag. I'm a New Yorker. I know it. But do I think he's doing a good thing? Yes, I think he is. Do I follow do I think every one of his policies are great? No. I think some of the things he did are horrific statements that he has made. Do I think his wife is hot? Yeah, she is. Okay, sorry, that's a New York kind of thing, all right? Yeah, that's me. I'm a Republican. I believe in fiscal responsibility. I believe that everyone should pay for their own bills. Everyone should be indebted for their own debts. And I do not believe in welfare. I do not love anybody. I'm a New Yorker. If somebody has to be criticized, they should be criticized. But I do believe that the Trump administration is doing an amazing job in what is happening to the country. Do I believe in a lot of his policies which are not right? Absolutely, I don't. And all of you who are members of Clueless Trading know what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not a political guy that I'm talking about. I am talking about the markets. The markets don't give a flying you-know-what about what Trump's policies are, as long as it doesn't hurt American business. Because what really grows America is this chart. 200, 300, 400, 600% on your money. That is what America believes in. Money. And that's what it's all about. My business as Clueless Estate Trading is to guide you guys to make money. So stop the political stuff. I try to analyze it as much as possible. Gary Cohen left. I really thought that the markets were going to fall a lot. Yes, it did. We made money on the puts, on the VIX call. I'm sorry, I didn't have put on the VIX puts calls. The next day, the VIX calls went from 25 cents to $1.25. The cash settlement landed on my account, and any of you who followed me made yourself a good solid. Do the math. $1.25 divided by 25 cents was 5 times more. That means you made 400% on your money. That's it. That's the truth. I looked at my P&L. I'm like, why can't I sell these puts? Calls on the VIX call. It was already in 2 hours. Thinkorswim landed the money that I had. I had a whole bunch of them at 25 cents, and I was given a gift because of the Gary Cohen resignation rumors, which turned out to be true, on a 400% return on your VIX calls. And what happened to the VIX after that? Well, you guys know it. Went down because the markets found the bottom and they went higher. This, my friends, is a bull market. It doesn't mean you can sleep at night and just say, oh, okay, it's all over and we're all going to go higher. Yes, we're going higher. Net, if I close my service and I said buy this 2 years from now and the market is going to go higher, the markets are going higher. U.S. business is making profits at a level not seen since the 1990s. None of you believe it. Most of you are skeptics. That's fine. Nobody's in the chat room. That's fine. Nobody says good night when I leave. That's fine. I'm not a wuss. I'm not waiting for you guys to say good night to me, while you're in the chat room and not saying anything. And then doesn't matter to me. What mattered to me is 2 things. You guys are not making money. And I'm being very straightforward tonight, guys. You guys are not making money. You guys have not recovered from these big candle drops that ended on the 1st of March. You missed out on most of this rally. You're selling too early, which we all do. I'll admit that. And but you're not even participating. You're not putting any real money in what you're doing. And you're making excuses that it's always the next time. There is no next time, guys. There is no next time. Because every time that the opportunities, the perfect moments come, that I predict and I tell you guys to do, most of you, I would say majority of you, never react to it. I'm not your boot camp coordinator, okay? I know I go off once in a while in the chat room. I'm trying to help you guys. But nobody can help you. Just help yourself, all right? This ain't the, like I keep on saying, this ain't the Oprah show or Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz, okay? This is the real deal. You guys are missing out on so much. You could have taken $1,000 up to $12,000, okay? And you guys didn't do that. So if you don't want to go to bed at night as a trader, not as a person, as a trader, and say you guys suck, then you're not doing something right. I suck. I have missed out on a whole bunch of different trades. Okay? I mean it. And I hate myself for it. But my overall trading portfolio is tracking the market and beating it by at least 4 or 5 times. So keep making excuses, okay? And a couple of my good friends like golf, sometimes I rant on them and this and that, and I mean nothing, and I do apologize for that. Just for God's sakes, just wake up and do whatever you need to do. I'm not perfect. This is the real service. Clueless A Trading. We're showing you charts. We're showing you actual technical levels you need to work through on an intraday basis, on a swing basis. This is a swing chart, obviously, because it's a daily chart. But I don't know what the hell some of you guys are doing, okay? And it's killing me because I want a lot of you guys to succeed, to do well, to get the confidence to take the next trade. Because trading is very simple. If you suck in one or two trades because you did the stupidest thing, then you're not going to basically do well on the next trade. Even if you take the next trade, you're going to sell too early. Win was a 400 or more % winner. I need somebody to step up and say, I made $8,000 on it. I made $12,000 on it. I know traders who are not in the chat room who have made more than $50,000, $60,000 on that one trade alone, simply by buying $4 calls. That went to 16, 17, and $20. So anybody in here can stand up and say, hey, I did that. And be honest. Just say, no, I didn't do it. I'm waiting. Okay, Mike, I like that. Thanks, man. I need men.
I bought it, but I didn't write it all the way up.
Okay, that's fine. So you made some money on it, right?
Yep.
Awesome. I love that. Because that frigging thing is a money-making machine. That thing is going to go to $200 to $250. Golf knows me well as a person, as a trader. And I appreciate you as a friend. Okay? I don't just rely on technicals. I know companies inside out. I could write a fundamental analysis on a company better than any of the other services that you follow. I come from Wall Street, guys. I didn't get there by shining shoes. Yeah, I drove my boss's car to the parking lot when I first started there. So what? I have my degree from Boston University and MBA from Babson College, which was rated higher than Harvard back in the early 90s. Okay? You're talking to a smart guy. Am I smart all the time? No. The volatility makes me stupid sometimes, but at least I'm honest. You guys need to wake up and do what needs to be done. Let's get into technicals. So this is what's going on in the markets right now. Markets are on fire, okay? The inflation numbers that I predicted from 2 webinars ago, and some of you might remember that, I said wage inflation is non-existent. The big inflation number that caused the big drop in the market initially, okay, was because of house rent inflation and inflation on insurance. And remember my webinar, I said those are not permanent things. There is no wage inflation. One of the comments that I made, I said, yeah, as if like somebody working in Walmart all of a sudden is driving a Porsche or a Ferrari. No. There is no wage inflation. There is minor creeping up of wages, which is good for the U.S. economy. And I'm glad that Donald is doing that. But there is no wage inflation. So what happened on Friday to cause this massive move that was worth 900% fact? Okay? Not fake news. 900% on the March 9th. 2760 calls. They won from a buck. I can't even write with these things, okay? March 9th, 2760 calls were up 900% plus. Guys, when was the last time you guys made 900%? I don't care if you work all your life, you're not going to make 900% on your money. Okay, they went from a $1.70 to 16 plus. So if you put $1,700 or you put $170, you made $16,000. Okay, 170 went to 1,600. I don't care what stage of trading that you're in. You're talking about real numbers that I'm delivering to you guys. $1,700 went to 16,000. You think your confidence wouldn't be going through the roof? That you wouldn't be taking other trades? That you wouldn't be scared and selling out too early? I know golf did well with Wynn and so many other people, but I know many other people who sold way too out early because they never followed my charts. When bullish engulfing candles, and I'm going to show that on Wynn in a second, break out of a range, that's a bunch of shorts getting squeezed. Billions of dollars going in. Forget the fundamentals on the company. Forget that Steve Wynn, like whatever stupid stuff that he did. That's not the point. The point is about making money. $170 went to 1,600. Do you think your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whatever persuasion that you're in, okay, is not going to be happy? Come on, guys. All right? It's wake up time. So on that note, markets are in a good stream. We are going to hit some tactical levels. That's what we're going to look at right now. So, technical.
Hey, Clue, on that chart you have right there, could I ask you a question?
Well, I haven't even got into the chart, so don't ask me a question yet. Okay? So just wait, just hold your question for a few minutes, and let me just get into it. This is a serious chart. This is serious. This is what I've been talking about for a long time. The internals, the externals. The externals are just a chart. The internals tell you whether you should hold on to a trade or whether you should bail, whether you should freak out like a monkey and sell every single trade early. That's what retail traders do all the time. This is serious shit going on, guys. Okay? We have broken out of a major range. This is where I thought the markets were going to go and stop. 27.85. We're at 27.98 right now. So what's the next level? It's right there staring at you. I'm delivering these charts to you guys every single day. I delivered this chart 2 weeks ago. Upside and downside, because trading is about probabilities of what might happen on the upside and what can happen on the downside. So look what's going on, guys. Okay, real simple, real simple. And please, for God's sakes, try to make some money when the opportunity is there, because these opportunities don't come too often. And I've been trying to, that's the simplest thing you have to tell in your mind. There is no like all clear sign. But when the chances are there to make the big money, very few of you ever take advantage of it. And it kills me. You don't have to say, okay, if I bought here, it's definitively going to go there. There is no definitive it's going to go there. But as you see it's going, as I'm producing the charts telling you the uptrend is intact, what the hell makes you sell things too early? It is so mental, it's not even funny, okay? And I can't even go there. Because something that your baggage, that what you did on this move down, okay? What you did on this move down is going to hold you back from making 3 to 5 times more money. I can't help you with that. Maybe it has to do with your mommy or your daddy or your dog or whatever. I'm talking New York stuff, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of babysitting people. That's why I don't communicate that much in the chat room anymore. And then there's very few people in the chat room, which is great for me. I get more time to deliver the right content to make you guys make real money on the real-time Twitter feed and not make useless banter in the chat room and answer stupid questions. But on that note, let me just say one thing very important before I get into the charts. If you guys are scared of me about me hitting you back on stupid comments, well, don't be. Because I felt something the other day. I felt like maybe guys are like too scared. Like if I say something, he's going to hit me back on that. That's not my role. My role is to help you at Clueless A Trading. So if that's the reason why you're not communicating in the chat room and asking questions, well then you're the one who's stupid, not me. Just want to make that clear. If I'm going to get some boot camp discretion and posts on the chat room, that's because I'm trying to help you. Help doesn't mean that I have to encourage your bad habits. And so is this webinar. So look at this frigging chart, which you can see on your own screens. Because you guys are traders. You guys do have platforms you're trading on. Thinkorswim being one of the best. So these levels are the ultimate buying levels where nobody ever talks. And we buy. And I know some of you do too. And then we get minor consolidations. Minor consolidations. These are worth 100 and 200 points on the Dow. Where some of you who are not chart followers are all freaking out. Every single line is drawn. Where the markets can go and where they're going to go. And now, we're here. Look at that candle. I was there. And I know a whole bunch of my members were there. I don't think you guys were there. Because I didn't hear one single voice in the chat room. I hear a lot of voice in the chat room when the market's hitting tops. Kaboom. Wow, look at that. Great. I'm telling you, the stochastics are getting overbought. I'm showing you all kinds of stuff. But then when the markets fall, not a single voice is there. I never understood clients on Wall Street, retail clients. And that's why I left Wall Street, guys, just so you know that. Because I am sick and tired of explaining and trying to walk people through and change their diapers. I did. That's the reason why I left Wall Street. Our team managed $260 million, guys. $260 million that we took from almost $30 million 6 years prior to that. You do the math. Were they happy with us? But when the market started cracking in 2007, 2008, we told them to short. We told them to take hedges, this and that. No, they didn't want to hear that. And I said, you know what? I am tired of that. We took 50, 60 million bucks up towards almost $300 million. So go figure if I don't know what the heck I'm doing, all right? So with you guys, I have no responsibility. No fiduciary responsibility. I suggest you do the trades, you don't do the trade, you're happy, you're not happy, not my business. But being a real guy, being the fact that I like all of you, I want all of you to participate in what's going on. Short and long. The markets are long. Overall bullish. So I don't care if somebody's in the chat room or not in the chat room and what they're doing or not. Okay? But the fact is that because of the fact that not a single person was in the chat room for the past week, makes me believe and it makes me happy that there is no euphoria. And no euphoria means the markets are going higher. Because when you guys do kabooms out here, and not here, and not here, and not down here, is a sign of health for the markets. Because when I see people getting truly excited at the bottoms, that's when I know the markets are like, some people are getting way too smart. Which brings me to a point that I want to make. When retail traders, including all of you or many of you, get too smart that means the markets are not going to go higher. It's called contrarian behavioral game theory. So stay scared, stay in the bunkers. Price line from 1700 up to what? Well, it's called booking now. 2170? That's 2100 points higher. Calls went from 6 to 90. I alerted you guys of the calls. The 2080s, the 2102s, price line. All right, guys, time to wake up, man. Seriously. All right. Did I follow all the way up through? Absolutely, I didn't. I'm not a liar. I took profits all along the way. You have services that you guys follow. They tell you all this bullshit, fake stuff. Okay? And you guys still follow them. You still pay them. And my service costs 60, what is it? 70, I don't even know. 70, 90 bucks a month. And we are delivering goods which are beyond the imagination of Wall Street. Think about it for a minute, okay? I'm not here to promote my service. I'm here to try to help you guys. Guys, at this point, 28, 25, where we're going. One way or the other, we are going there. That's from where we are right now. It features up 8 being the right number to be at. It's another 25 to 30 points. So 30 points on the S&P, okay, is what? On the Dow Jones. Quick, guys, quick. Al, 30 points on the S&P is how much on the Dow Jones Industrial Average? If you don't know that, then say, I don't know.
I don't know, Frank. I'm over here just trying to absorb some, get back on track.
Okay, absorb faster, okay? 1 point on the S&P 500 is roughly 6 to 7 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? Write that down somewhere, Al, okay? So, 1 S&P point is roughly 6 to 7 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And as Mike pointed out, it's roughly about 180 Dow points. So we have roughly another 180 to 200 Dow points that we are going to hit a major roadblock. Now, does anyone here, I don't care if you understand charts or not, and the way I've drawn it, not see that? Just please tell me, I don't see that. Al, do you see that?
Yeah, I'm seeing it, Frank, but as I said,
Go ahead, talk to me.
The charts on the S&P was just unpredictable, but I'm getting it with you, and I'm getting more comfortable, and I'm trying to get back in that rhythm.
Shut the fuck up about the unpredictable garbage. I'm drawing a big fat white line here showing 28.25. Excuse my French about the F word. I'm a New Yorker. How the hell don't you see where the line is? Unpredictable. So is your life. So is mine. My charts are drawn to precision. Unpredictable. Of course it's unpredictable. Everything in life is unpredictable. But everything between unpredictability can be made into a structure. So what I'm seeing about you, Al, as a new member, you are not following my charts. That is what I call unpredictable about you. You are not tracking my charts. Because if you track my charts, then you would know that in between all that unpredictable stuff, every single line is drawn where the markets are going. And if you're honest, say yes or no.
Yes, Frank, I'm not following the charts as I should.
Thank you. And that is the first positive step you will ever take in your life to make some real money. One of my members this week, who doesn't come in the chat room, He just follows my charts. He's been with me for 3 years. He made $190,000 this week on my alerts. 190,000. And Al, let me ask you a question. How much do you think he put in to make that 190,000?
With your rate of return, I would say about $19,000, Frank, because you probably make $1,000 return.
No, you said 19,000 he put in to make 190,000.
Yeah.
Okay, no, he didn't. I'm not that good. He put in about 30,000 bucks to 40,000 to make 190,000 bucks, and he's not even an aggressive trader. But he knows my charts. He looked at it. He picked the right stocks, the ones that are moving with the charts, which is one of them was Win, and the two biggest winners that he had, and I'm going to write it down for everyone else to see who's going to watch this video, is Win and Apple on the lottos that he could buy a lot, and the SPX and the SPY calls. And he had some RUT. All of them my recommendations and based on charts. He put between 30 and 40. He went to 190, and doing the quick math, I'm sorry, 1 second. He made approximately 370% on his return, which is less than some of the returns on the S&P, which were obviously higher. But he mixed it up. But beyond that, if somebody didn't do, let's say, 100%, basic 100% on so many alerts that I put through, then they're doing something really wrong. And you're the first one to say, you're not following my chart, so what the hell are you doing? I don't need to tell you that. I mean, you figure it out, okay? All this thing about unpredictable volatility, we know that. The markets are unpredictable. The markets have been unpredictable since 1860. Okay? That's the year, 1860, when our ancestors were alive. The markets are always unpredictable. The markets are always volatile. When was the time that the market was never volatile? Even when the markets were going up here, the markets were volatile because every single day, now this is a daily chart, during the day, it was like this. It was like this. So when was the time, Al, or everybody else who's listening to this and will listen to it, my webinar, and I speak the truth from my heart, okay? Was the market not volatile? Because it's huge gains and none of you are there. Huge moves down, none of you are there. I mean, few of you are there. Big moves down, we're short in the market big. S&P puts go from 4 to 90, none of you are there. You're not there on the downside. You're not there on the upside. What the heck are you guys doing? So the first thing you have to do before you go to bed tonight is ask yourself, how long are you going to stop being stupid? And how long are you not going to follow my charts? Am I a chart genius? No. Am I damn good at what I draw on my charts in volatile markets? I'm an absolute genius. Because one of the scariest things that I want to bring out to you guys' attention, okay, as I show this chart, extreme bear kill zone. That's where we're in right now. You know what that means? Does anyone know what extreme bear kill zone means? Can somebody tell me in simple English what that means?
It's a combination of breadth thrust and short covering, big short covering.
Big fucking shit. It means the shorts are dead. They're dying. Okay? It means massive killing of the people who are short. Don't tell me the technical reasons behind it. I'm asking the simple English, like my good old friend Donald likes to say, in simple English. Okay? This is where people who are short go to die. It's happening. I had another chart saying a bull kill zone. That means if we fell apart from here, longs would die. But every single level is defined. What more can somebody offer? Which brings me to another point. I'm offering the amazing trades, and I'm trying to help you guys, honestly, on a Sunday evening. And I'm pretty tired from my weekend, guys, okay? Seriously, I'm telling you.
Hey Frank, I
Let
think I took B8 from 352 to 360. That was one of your trades. I haven't been jumping in all the time.
no,
So I
no, that
still
that 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 is good. I'm not picking on you, Al. I'm saying about all the trades you're missing. How about buying
10.
something about $1.50 and selling it at $5? Okay? I mean, stop being scared. The whole thing about trading is you can't be frigging a sheep all the time because that's what you are and most people are. Don't take it the wrong way. You're a sheep when it comes to trading. In life, you're a lion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna try to do better, Frank.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to get people to wake up to. The only way you can become a lion is by tracking my charts. Because the markets are unpredictable. You're absolutely correct, sir. And the markets are volatile. You're absolutely correct. There are people like golf and stuff who are not consistently making the money. They're still sheep after all these years. Now, I'm not a stupid frigging gambler. I'm not like the Wolf of Wall Street, like that scumbag. Somebody might call him a lion. Jordan Belfort driving his Ferrari down the street when I used to work on Wall Street. They're scumbags. I'm saying about being smart, technical, and following the charts, not being a gambler. Investing and trading is not gambling. It's a business. And in a business, you look at your upside and your downside and you take the risk. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right. I don't know how many of you run like independent businesses, okay? Workers in general are shitty traders because they wait for a paycheck from the boss. We write our own paychecks. So we are the bosses. We are the lions. Doesn't mean we're gamblers. And you know what shocks me overall? Is that nobody made real money this week. Nobody was in the frigging chat room. Nobody responded because they never made any real money while there were 1000% gains to be made and stocks were going up like nuts, whether it be by Google, whether it be Netflix, whether it be Apple, whether Tesla actually kind of floundered around, even though you can make short-term trades on it, whether it be booking.com, aka Priceline, Win, BAC, okay, Bank of America called, SPX calls up 900%, and none of you were in there. It is absolutely pathetic, despite all my hard work. That is what you guys need to think about. This is what I offer in Included Say Trading because I respect and I love you guys. And the fact that you guys never made any real money on this particular week to 2 weeks off my hardcore work, off my levels that I keep on showing, okay, is so sad. It's not even funny. And if you guys don't feel sad about yourself, then there is something really wrong with you guys, okay? Because capitalism is about moving forward and making profits. None of you guys did all this stuff, okay? You did a little bit, got scared, you sold too fast, this and that. We are going higher. The pattern completion at 200 on Win. What pattern completion at 2800 to 2820 on S&P 500. It's all there. None of you guys were listening to anything I'm saying because you guys were all, and I will say this on record, shit scared, just like sheep. And sheep, you know what happens to sheep? They're beautiful. My colleagues that I have, they chase sheep, but now normally they get fleeced. All their hair gets fleeced for beautiful sweaters. Okay? None of you guys ever buy these levels. And then you want to look for some perfect moment. On that note, I'm tired. I'm leaving. All right. I've said my piece. Just track my charts, follow my directions, manage your trades. You really want to understand how to manage your trades, sign up for the advanced coaching sessions. That's not what makes my money. What makes my money is my hard work, every penny I've earned. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I'm an ex-Wall Street guy. Guys, I made more money on Wall Street than most of you do in years. I left Wall Street. I went on my own. I started my service not because I wanted to. I started my service because people on StockTwits screamed at me, do it, do it, do it. I'm trying to help you guys, but I'm getting frustrated. I'm still trying to help you guys more and more. But follow my charts. Try to understand. If you really want to move your trading management level, trade management level, okay, which is very important because, like Al said very correctly, markets are unpredictable, but they're unpredictable only within a short period of time. And if you don't follow my charts, they're always unpredictable. So he's dead right. You'll never make money. Making a couple of points on Boeing is not the idea of making serious money in the markets. So sign up for the advanced coaching sessions. You really want to understand what's going on. In the meantime, this is where we are. Last chart I'm going to show you guys. This is the S&P 500, which is not reflecting what's happening right now, right? Because that's not the futures. I showed this down here. I said it was going to hit the downtrend line and the 50-day moving average. How many times did I keep on saying we are going to retest the 3450 moving average? What happens after that? We don't know because we take one step at a time. And look where we are right now. Huge money is being made by the machines, by some smart players, by smart clueless traders. Why aren't you one of them? That's my question. And on this, on this thing, we are hitting some big resistance levels. Yes, we might pull back. I kept on saying 2789, 2790. It's all there. If you're not following my charts, don't be on my service. Don't stay poor. On the trading side, I mean, okay, guys? We're all poor in the realm of life, okay? In the eyes of God, we're all poor. And I'm a religious person, all right? But honestly speaking, this is where the markets really want to go to, right there. So if you're not following my charts, don't waste your time on my service. Stay poor. You want to make money, you want to feel good, build the confidence, take that next trade, put some small amounts of money, take some of the earnings trades that go up 50, 60, 70, 80, 100% of the options. It's a fact. You gotta have confidence. I can inject in you. Your parents couldn't inject in you. That you have to inject in yourself. And in trading, you have to inject. You get the confidence by making some real money, by following the charts, by understanding. This is not a kid's game. This is not a kid's game. This is not gambling. This is structured move. I never gamble. Do you know that? I've gone to Atlantic City. I've been to Vegas so many times. I sit on the tables. I go to the slot machines to put a couple of quarters in. That is me. My brother-in-law is one of the biggest freaking poker players ever. And he's like he'll sit with the Chinese freaking billionaires and he'll sit on that same table. He'll put down, whatever, 5, 10, I don't know, whatever, what he puts in. Okay? And he wins. I couldn't do that crap. I follow my charts. That's clueless trading. On that note, have a great evening. Thank you, guys.